My video for September the 24th, 2018 is video number 2856, and it's entitled The Positive Side of Conspiracy Theories. Over the years, I have been criticized for pointing out the reality of conspiracy theories. To me, they are not theories. They are part of the reality we have to deal with as humans living on planet Earth, whether we like it or not. Not recognizing the symptoms of the problem we face is akin to putting our heads in the sand, as if that will make the problem go away. When I broke both bones in my right arm and right leg, I could not ignore the reality of the problem. I had to get treatment, including wearing a cast. Even those who do not like to admit it have to face facts sooner or later. There is a serious problem that is pervasive on this globe. Those who seem to run the world as a private business of enslaving humanity must be seen for what they are doing, which reveals their character. Not only are they perpetual liars, many among them are child molesters and murderers. That's not okay by my standards. None of us are perfect in the sense that we never do things that are morally wrong, but most do not abuse the innocence of children for nefarious purposes. The mere fact that people all over the planet are waking up to this sad reality, to me, is a very positive sign. By admitting the problem, we can hopefully find remedy. Last night, I went to hear music. I met with my friend Jared, with whom I made the previous video, and I also connected with a lot of friends, some of whom I hadn't seen in years, literally. And I had an opportunity to have a little bit of dialogue in some cases, and I appreciated that. And I found that when I mentioned certain things that many have labeled conspiracy theories, I found quite a bit of agreement that there's something drastically wrong with especially the government and the system that we have to deal with on planet Earth. I have been involved in programs to try to awaken people, and not just awaken them, but actually take action by serving as Secretary of State of Florida in the attempt to reestablish the Republic of the United States. And I'm not going to go into a lot of political stuff in this, but I want to make the point that spiritually we have been wounded as a human race very, very badly. We have been divided against ourselves. War has been promoted, but the thing that I think is going to bring down the evil that exists, hopefully it will bring it down, is the recognition that those that hold high positions have abused the most innocent of the human population. Little children, infants, teenagers, people that are just coming into their awareness of their sexual nature. That's the teenagers, of course, or adolescents. And others in very high places, and it's coming out. Thankfully, it's coming out that people in high places have been involved in this type of activity, which should make all of us angry enough to take action. I don't mean we should live in anger. I don't think we should live in fear either. We shouldn't live in any of the so-called negative emotions as if that's the only thing. We have to balance it. It's not an either or thing. It's a both and thing. And I keep saying that. Those that teach it has to be either this or that are not living in the reality that we have to deal with as human beings on planet Earth, still in the 21st century. It's been, of course, a lot longer than that we've had to deal with it. And the money system was created to enslave people without them knowing that they were enslaved, so that the majority of the world's wealth, 50% at least of the world's wealth, is probably held by a relatively small segment of human culture and society that call themselves the elite or are referred to as the elite. Whatever they call themselves is irrelevant. They consider themselves to be above the normal peons of you and me and most of us as human beings. We are merely chattel in their game plan of domination and control. We need to wake up to that reality. That's not negative to wake up to what we deal with any more than it was negative when I was tackled going into the end zone as a teenager and grabbed my foot and pulled my legs right out from under me, and I went down. I had the football in my left arm, and I went down on my right arm and broke both bones like this. They didn't just crack. They snapped and pushed so that it was like this, and they had to pull it apart to reset it and put a cast on my arm. And then later in life, I was doing a spinning exercise to increase the energy flow into my body, and I was in a wooded area across the street from a friend's house, and they weren't home yet, so I went into the wooded area, and I was spinning, and I tripped over a rock, and I went down, and I broke both bones in my right leg. So the right side, which I guess is referred to as I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. I was going to say it's the masculine side, but there's different things because it crosses. Anyway, I had to get treatment on those. Now I did also playing baseball, another sport. The one was football, one now baseball. I went to catch, and I don't remember how old I was at that time, but I went to catch a fly ball, and I closed my hand before the ball had gotten into my mitt, and the ball hit right on the end of my finger. I never got that treated. You can see it's bent, and it's been bent for decades now. But some things you can't just simply ignore. I ignored that, and I never got it straightened out. There's a lot of things that need to be straightened out, and that's the reason I'm still alive. That's why when I had my second open heart surgery, I told the doctors, I know I'm going to survive because my mission's not complete yet. My mission is to see the kingdom of heaven on earth, and that means truth telling. That means not abusing, especially children, but not even abusing one another. We should want to lift other people up, and it should thrill us when we help other people succeed or other people overcome a hurdle, and when they ask for help, we are able to reach out a helping hand and help lift them up, not push them down like so many in the establishment do. They want to push other people down as if that's going to elevate them. No, that actually brings everybody down, including the elite, including those that do these dastardly deeds. It brings us all to a lower place so that we don't even have cognition or a remembrance of what we could be. We don't even have a vision of what we're capable of becoming because we have ignored the problem. So, yes, there is a conspiracy. It might be a conspiracy to wake us up. How much pain are we going to have to suffer before we finally acknowledge the problem and take action to correct it? And I'm not just talking to you and to others that listen. I'm talking to God, the Creator, the ultimate Creator, not the fake God, not the dark God that's a liar from the beginning, but the real loving God. I want action taken so that humanity can be uplifted and we can all experience love and peace. Thank you, folks, for listening, and Namaste.